Sasha, welcome to the crew, baby. Woo! Good to have you. Members, let's go ahead and go to the lounge real quick. What is up, everybody? Sorry for no food out here in the crew lounge. Whoa, Sasha, welcome to the crew. Welcome. Guys, we're going to be going over some motorcycle crashes, some close calls. Today, this is, we're starting something different, crew. I want you guys to kind of see it in the title, right? It's called Riding Smart with Dan and the Fireman, episode 1. We're going to be making changes to our live classroom. It's actually going to be a live classroom show since everybody's kind of getting back to work. You know, everybody can't just pile into this place, so we're actually going to create a show around it, all right? So bear with me. We've been evolving, constantly evolving. The Firehouse will constantly evolve too. Trust me, I got some massive ideas. We got so many members. I got to upgrade this place. We don't have enough room in here. But go ahead and play some video games. Go ahead and play some pool. Do whatever you want. But we're about to start class, crew. So start piling in. Start clicking that like button to sign in. And guys, here's the thing. Okay, we have a lot of people that aren't members that are watching. That's perfectly fine. I love the lurkers. If you're a lurker, say hi. Just kidding. You probably don't want to do that anyways. But encourage some positive feedback. If somebody has a question, I can't answer it because I'm in the middle of class myself. Sorry, I got like a nose hair. Please answer it for them. We're raising money though today. Remember that? Just like most motorcycle clubs, if they're any good, is they're going to be raising money for charities. I'm just kidding. I didn't want to say that like that, but. We're raising money for charity today. So today's charity is going to be for Arizona foster children. So every single cent goes straight to YouTube, which goes straight to the charity. I think YouTube even covers transaction costs. So this is like the perfect way to donate money. We're actually doing pretty damn good. We got today and then next week we have another class where we're going to be donating money. So let's see if we can hit that goal. You know, if not, we raised quite a bit of money. All right, crew. But with that said, let's go back to class. Sorry. Not very professional, but you know what? I'm feeling very patriotic today. I love these shorts. Anyway, so let's get back to class and start talking to everybody else. What is up, everybody? So once again, make sure you sign in to today's class. I just had a conversation with my crew members, so hopefully they're going to be helping you out when it comes to any questions you guys have. Make sure you take a seat. We're going to be watching this. In fact, let's go ahead and just have it play in the background until we hit 100 likes, because that's how you sign into today's class, okay? We also got 3 new emojis, crew members. If you noticed right there, SA Way Racing is using the real talk emoji. We also have a non-issue and a big oof emoji, brand new. We're actually upgrading a few things here. Dirty D's, hey, you know, these drawers, I mean, look at these things. Look, skies out, thighs out. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Come on, look at that. Skies out, thighs out. Let's get America. Come on now. Come on. You know. Hey, they're not boxers. They're chubbies. They're 4-inch inseams. They're very good. They're cotton. Woo, feels delicioso. I don't even know if that's a real word when it comes to describing shorts, but to me it works. I started another college semester today at noon. Oh no, I taught Gory 99. How's everybody doing? Ben S., your first virtual class for me is at 4. Oh, you're getting into it. Well, guys, you're in the first virtual class for today, Ben. So, I mean, this is a virtual class. You know that. Dirty D's donated some money to charity. Thank you so much. By the way, guys, I will be shouting your butts out if you become a member or donate. So there was an anonymous donation for $5, and Dirty D's donated some money. Also, guys, if you want to submit some close calls or crashes, I do have a link for that. So you can submit if you want. So there it is. Yeah, look at that. Mount Hood on Saturday. Ooh, very nice, man. Very nice. Yeah, virtual classrooms are where it's at. This is the easiest way to get through to you guys. All right. Ashley Wagner, you want to know where I bought these shorts? Chubbies. They're the America shorts from Chubbies, 4-inch inseams. I watched the whole Motus Mat. Oh yeah, we got a couple of these Moto Madness videos, Vivian. Guys, once again, we're at 69 likes. That's pretty awesome. Once we hit 100 likes, which is signing into class, we'll go ahead and get started. We got quite a few things to go over today. It looks like a lot of these guys on the screen. Ooh, Oh, what are you guys doing back and forth? What are you doing back and forth? Oh, no. Hopefully you're not a beginner rider just thinking, you know what? This is how we ride. This is how we do it. Yeah. Oh, what do we... You think that... You want to say it's dangerous, but you're doing... Okay, we'll talk about that later. Oh, my gosh. Brian with a $20 donation to the Arizona Friends of Foster Children Foundation. It's a lot. It's a lot to even talk about. Anonymous with a $5 donation. How you doing? Thank you so much, guys. What are we at? I have to pull out my phone just to see what we're at. See, YouTube, come on, get on the ball with this. I mean, if I'm raising money for charity, at least put it on the dashboard. You know what I mean? It doesn't even let me see. So I have to go actually to the video. It's like I have to inception myself. Jeez, yeah. That's a lot. Yeah, inception myself. Anonymous with a $5. Jeeves. Alrighty. $1,653. Sus, how you doing? 84 likes, guys. We're about to get started. Trust me, we got 2 hours of this. We're going to be doing a 2-hour live stream, so we have to get at least 100 people signed in for this continuing education. Brian just upgraded to veteran crew member. Good job on the promotion. Everyone give him a biker wave. Whoa, BJ with a $50 donation for the foster children. Thank you, guys. And guys, the whole thing with the foster children thing is that, you know what? At the end of the day, raising a kid is really expensive. Trust me, I got 2 of them. And there's a lot of times where I have to choose, do I buy them a bike or do I buy them this stuff, or do we just kind of do what we typically do? And a lot of times, a lot of people don't have a lot of money. So what we're doing with this charity is we're raising money so that this organization can, let's say, buy the jersey or cleats or something for that extracurricular activity at school, or buy a bike so the kid can actually decompress. If you guys know anything about that when it comes to riding. Sorry, I got like a nose hair. When it comes to riding, it's like your decompression. So imagine a child that's in that situation having a bicycle just to decompress in the kid way that we typically do on motorcycles. I mean, that's what this organization does. So if you have like $2, $5, whatever it is, please do it. It's going to help out. Maybe the $5 will buy them a water bottle that they've always wanted. You know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense. But thank you so much, guys, for donating. BJ just donated quite a bit of money. I don't know if that's a flex or not, but I enjoy it. Thank you so much. None of the money comes to me, guys. Just be aware on that one. And we're going to, Motor Rides AZ. This is going to be an Arizona one. I wonder what this is going to be all about. Is he pulling into that? I don't know. Sign in, guys. Once we hit 100 likes, that's just 12 more people. We have 130 people in here. If you just click that like button before leaving, it's going to help out quite a bit. Yeah. First episode of Riding Smart. We're going to get started pretty soon. Just waiting for everybody to pile in. We got some things planned. We got some things that I can't wait to share with you, and we're going to constantly evolve. Okay, so this class is just going to get better and better and better, and I'm super excited about that. Max K, with the $5 donation. Thank you so much. Moto Rides AZ. Why do people argue? I wonder what the whole argument is. I can't hear it, just like you guys can't hear it. So I'm just trying to figure out what the heck's going on there. But guys, before we jump right into it, I want you guys to understand. Oh, Anonymous with a donation, a $20 donation. Thank you so much. We're also giving away a motorcycle. Do you guys know that? We're giving away a motorcycle. Come with me to the garage real quick before we hit 100 likes. Guys, we're giving away a motorcycle. We just had somebody sign up just right before the stream. And to do it, you enter by clicking the link that's going to be in the chat real soon. But we're giving away a 2019 Honda CBR 300R with ABS. Those of you that are in the giveaway already, I do have a poll up on Patreon. And it seems like the next giveaway bike might be the Honda Rebel 300. And if it's a 2020 model, it's going to come with the LED lights and a few other things. So, but to win this one right there, make sure you click the link that's going to be in the description and in the chat. Okay, you get my ebook for free if you sign up also. All right, let's get back to class so we can get this started. All right, we're going to get started real soon. 98 likes. We got Stantler with a $5, Neil with a $2. Thank you so much for that. Woo! Thank you so much. we're going to get started. 97 likes. Who hit a like button and then went away? Who hit a like button and then decided, you know what? No. All right. Rainin, look at all these mods. Look at Streamlabs is going crazy. Awesome, BJ, dude. I appreciate it. I know, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. BJ, you're amazing. Thank you so much for the donations. Let's go ahead and move that out of the way. Let's get this stuff going. We got 97 likes. Eric Brown, how you doing? Yeah, Max, so that I actually put it up to up on the board or on the poll for an MT-03 Honda Rebel 300, the CB 300R, so it's the naked bike, and then the R3. So yeah, I could see why you think the CB 300R are a little bit too close. So maybe that's why people are going for the Rebel. I think they want to get a cruiser. But yeah, 107 likes. Whoa. Let's get this going. Come on now. Let's get this going. Let's go ahead and restart this. Let's go and restart that. All right, we're going to get started, guys. We're going to get started on these motorcycle crashes and close calls. You guys ready? All right.
What a lovely day!
Welcome back to Moto Madness, baby! All right, cool. That's what's going to happen. What's going to happen? All right, that's not street legal. I already know that, but whatever. Oh, yeah, it's a pit bike. Why does he keep looking back? Cars? All right. Oh, it looks like there's somebody there on the road coming. Whoa! Yep. All right, so that's one of the problems when it comes to riding a motorcycle or any vehicle on the road without hand signals, turn signals, brake lights probably. So there's real no way this motorcycle rider could have seen that this person wanted to turn left. But let's take a quick look at where we're at in this whole situation. It's a double yellow all the way around. So the motorcycle rider shouldn't have passed the pit bike dude, the Tasty Dolphin guy. But the thing is, it happens anyways. Oh, let me go and get my pen out. Let's go and get the pen out. Come on, where's it at? Yeah. All right. What? Yeah, right there. All right. So that lets me draw some squiggles. It allows me to draw some things. So right here, it's a double yellow. So that motorcycle rider that went hauling ass past him should not have been passing him. But once again, it's our responsibility to take safety into our own hands. And honestly, Tasty Dolphin did a good job. He kept doing head checks because he didn't have mirrors. He didn't do all these things. So he had his situational awareness up and going. And that's going to help you out a little bit. But then you can go a little bit extra. Just go a little bit extra. Hey, there we go. 82 Tony PR. You know what I'm talking about. Heavy Harris, exactly. So the thing is, oh, Deb's getting donuts. Great. The thing is, when this person's passing, yeah, being situation aware and keep looking back might help you prevent prevent an accident. But here's the thing. What can you do above and beyond? So a lot of people think, okay, well, if I'm really good situation awareness, fundamental, all that stuff, smart rider, wearing high-vis gear on top of that, it's going to make me better. Okay, yeah, it's going to give you just that little bit extra of safety. It's not going to, solve every problem. So you can't be a dumb rider and then just wear high-vis gear and call it a day. No, it's just a little extra on top. It's an extra accessory once you've kind of mastered the smart rider principles. It's a crutch if you truly believe that's going to be the thing that's going to solve your problems. So this right here, situational awareness, that's very good. It prevented the accident. But here's the thing that you could do on top of that is indicating what you're going to do. Okay, so when you have a pit bike like this, let's go ahead and move forward just a little bit. When you have a pit bike like this, you don't have a speedo, you don't have turn signals, you don't have a headlight, you don't have brake lights, you don't have anything. So if you're going to be riding something like this, have fun. I absolutely want a 133cc pit bike. But here's the thing. You have to know turn signals. You have to know your hand signals, everything. If you don't have electronic signals, you have to use your physical hands, okay? So understanding how to use that is very important, especially if you have somebody coming up behind you, because he sees that. So if we go back just a little bit, he actually sees the person. Okay, or at least I did. So right here, I see the person right there. You guys see him right above my head? Let's go ahead and switch it to pink, okay? So right there is the person. Okay, I see that. Okay, that when he looked back the first time, he wasn't there. So that means he's catching up. Okay, so at this point, as the pit bike rider, I know that I need to be turning left coming up. So this is where I start using my turn signal. So I'm turning left. Not every motorcyclist, not every motorist understands the turn signals. And here's the thing, that's perfectly fine. If you throw out an arm, you throw out something, that's going to make them pause their decisions and be like, what is that? If they don't know, they'll be like, what is that? Is he signaling for something? Maybe I'll wait a little bit until he's done. But if they do know what the signal is, they're like, okay, well, I know what he's going to do, so I'm just going to wait until he's done. Either way, you're going to hopefully get that person to be like, oh, I'm going to wait and see what he's going to do until he's done. Hopefully that's the case. So that's why you should at least know the typical turn signals. You know, you just left, right, stop. So he saw the person. He's going to see the person again. He's going to do a double check after this car, right? There it is. He did a check last second. Let's see if I get these. There you go. Last second, just a double check before he went. And thankfully he did, because then you see him straighten up the handlebar. Look at the handlebars right here. So the original turn was towards the exit. So he was originally had his handlebars turned probably like this, and here's the tire. That looks amazing. Looks like a sombrero. So his tire was pointed that way because he wanted to go that way. That's what he was. Right now, the tire is turned. Jeez, this looks terrible, actually, guys. His tires are turned the opposite way. Not the opposite way. His tires are turned that way. So he actually modulated what he was doing because of the threat. So he was originally turning. So he did a good job when it comes to that situation awareness. Now, to prevent or hopefully mitigate this guy from actually passing you, use your hand signals. Okay, use the hand signals so that way this guy at least knows what you're trying to do. But this guy right here, if we're talking about smart riders, guys, smart riders, why are we passing? This guy is passing this other motorcyclist with a double yellow. With a double yellow. That right there, it's not being a smart rider. This is the situation where you have somebody in front of you, possibly looks like they're slowing down, but you don't know because you're catching up to them because you're going fast. You don't know if they're going to be turning left or not. So we're passing, though, within an intersection area. That's not smart. That's not smart at all. So the only thing that really prevented any accident was the fact that the guy, Tasty Dolphin, looked right at the last second just to double check. Because he would have just kept going. Honestly, he would have got clipped. Let's watch that last part one more time and then move on. Instinctively, he went into red stage. It was very good. It's a little loud. Oh, that was close. All right, you see how the rev bombs don't do anything? It doesn't do anything. So he's going to go straight towards this guy. He doesn't have an escape to the left. He's just going to go straight and expect this guy to move out of the way split second while we're traveling 63 kilometers an hour towards him. It doesn't work that way. So just get yourself out of that situation. At no point did he move, because this guy right here, all he has to do is stick an arm out. He just has to stick an arm out and hit your hand, and then you dump the bike. Is it going to hurt the guy? Yeah, but you're also trying to scare him for a reason, which is not going to be very smart. All right, lane filtering. There's the major cause of crashes for lane filtering. Did a good job, though, keeping it up. Oh, no. Come on. Really? All right, I'm passing this off to the crew. I'm passing this one off to the crew. I'm going to pass this one off. Right away, what do you guys see? Like, what are the hazards associated with this exact maneuver? Lane filtering. What are the hazards that I always talk about? Okay, I'll give you one.
You only have 2 escape paths out of the 4. You can only go forward and backwards. You can't escape left or right. So what are some of the other factors? What are some of the other hazards when it comes to lane filtering? I better see it in the chat. Whew. Jiro Kron. Yeah, it's not my music, man. It's not my music. Trust me. Rev bombs kill the engine. Yeah, it can. Smokey. Yeah. Do you think it might have been a panic grab on the clutch and it just over rev? No. I don't think so. He saw it ahead of time. A lot of people do that kind of stuff. I think Royal Jordanian, the motovlogger, made it very popular. And I get it why he does it, because his Nuda sounds amazing. But the thing is, you can't, it's not going to work all the time. The way this guy did it, it didn't work. The way Royal Jordanian and all those people over there do it with their loud bikes, they do it like at stoplights and crosswalks where it's, yeah, you could definitely hear it. And these people shouldn't be doing that kind of stuff. But this guy just kind of went at it. He just went straight for it. There you go. Rip the mirror. Yeah. Ego. All right. Woo. You see the no buenos and the big oofs? You see those, man? See the new emojis, guys? All right, let's see what you guys think. Lane positions, line of sight. There you go, area code, line of sight, very good. Geo Auto, geez. You got to watch the gaps, faster moving lanes, very good. Too many cars, lane changes, opening doors, etc. You guys are up on it. Amazing. Hella blind spots, people trying to change. Yep, guys, you're getting it. I love it. I absolutely love the fact that you guys are getting it. Oh, man. You guys are awesome. All right, let me double check all these different things. All right, so we have a big oof. There we go. So everyone refresh your browser. Everyone refresh. All right, here we go. All right, so right there, why do you think this Mustang is trying to go into that lane? Why do you think that Mustang is trying to go into that lane, guys? Some of you guys have already been saying it. Open space. So take a look. You can see the open space right here. This space was not good enough for him because I bet you the cars up front were going slow. These cars over here were going fast. So blue lane is going fast. Excuse me. Blue lane is going fast. Yellow lane is going slow. Mustang wants to switch lanes. Happens all the time. It happens all the time. I do it all the time when I'm riding. The thing is, some of these things I wish I kind of known before I started riding is the whole lane filtering position. You know, positioning yourself for safety, understanding all these situations. Because I remember when I first started riding, I was getting really upset when it comes to some of these things. Because it's like, why are these people doing it? You know, why are these people doing it? What's going on? You know, everything. Right here, though, you can see how he locks up that rear brake. So watch this. So he locks it up. See the slide? You see this right here? See how he's sideways? So he's like this. So he's like this now. Jeez, come on. He's like that now. Originally, you know, going straight, he was like this. An obvious, ooh, that was a good straight line. He was an obvious straight line. That rear tire started sliding out. So he used way too much rear brake. So knowing how to brake is very important. I wish this guy would have met me when I first started riding. So see, look how he's going straight. So right here, he's going straight. It's another beautiful line. All right, going straight. And now, connecting tire to tire. That's the problem. That rear brake is going to cause you to slip and slide. That rear tire is gonna if you lock it up, it's gonna make you fishtail. Okay, it's gonna make you fishtail. All right, guys. Whoa. Let's go ahead and erase this real quick. There's a few things that I kind of want. You know, let's go out riding, guys. Let's go out riding. I want to show you guys some of the things I wish I knew when I first started to ride. So while I'm setting everything up, I just want you guys to understand that this right here is a distraction for new riders. I'm picking a road that is not going to be too hazardous in terms of factors, and once there are factors that involve me being a little sketched out and being an orange stage,
you won't even notice because I edit those parts out. So do not read and do not ride at the same time. These are just bullet points for me to kind of stay on point, because you guys know during the live streams I get a little squirrel. So let's go ahead and get started. You notice the road's nice and clear. Let's go ahead and get going, and boom, side of the vehicle. A little concerned about that. I'm going to switch lanes, and we're going to go ahead and talk. All right, so what I wish I would have known when I first started riding to make it a little more efficient is buy good gear as soon as you can. Now, what I mean by that is make sure you get the gear that's going to last you, okay? A lot of people, what they do is they go get some really cheap gear. Maybe it's not the right helmet size. Maybe it's not even the type of protection for jacket it is. Maybe like it's super hot out all the time in your area, like in Tucson, Arizona, and you got yourself a winter jacket because it was on sale, but now you're dying in the heat. So make sure you get the actual gear that you can actually wear the first time. And I'm going to tell you guys that because the gear that you get the very first time, like a helmet, jacket, pants, boots, all that stuff, it can last you 5 years easily. So make sure you get the quality gear you can. So if it costs you another $30, $40 to get the helmet that is right for you, do it, because it will last you a long time. Same goes for gloves, pants, jackets, and boots. So buy good gear as soon as you can. When it comes to gear, also think about, let me go and switch over, guys. They got somebody coming up behind me. I'm looking at my mirrors, doing 360 spatial awareness. Gonna give myself the best line of sight and escape past the left and possibly that lane. Anyways, the next thing is get motorcycle protection. Motorcycle protection is very important. So if you're a brand new rider and you're out riding around, practicing, doing all these different things, what you want to be doing is making sure that if you drop your bike, it's not going to be the end of your training session, and then more importantly, it's not going to be an expensive thing to replace. Okay, so levers are pretty easy to replace. You know, if you get some breakaway levers, it's a red light, go ahead and start applying progressive brake pressure and downshifting, and get myself in a good position, making sure everybody's behind me, everything's doing good. Going to get myself in a lane position so that if somebody does do anything crazy, they will hit this trailer instead of me. And if you're out practicing, that's the thing, is you want to if you drop the bike, you're going to want to be able to keep it protected. So frame sliders, just in case of a low side in the middle of a turn like this where you hit a pothole. Or if you're doing parking lot practice to practice your parking lot skills, which you can get for free on DDFMcrew.com, free parking lot exercises there. But if you're going to be dropping the bike slow speed, let's say under 15, maybe 10 miles an hour, you're doing your U-turns and you dump it, you break a lever, replace it. But if you have breakaway levers, it'd be even easier. Also, if you have crash guards, it just lands on the crash guards. If you have an exhaust guard, it just lands on the exhaust guard. So those things can be easily replaced versus an actual exhaust versus an actual gas tank or a crankcase, all these different things. So think about that. Think about getting engine guards. Think about getting frame sliders. And then think about it the next step, like just after you get out of that beginner stage, or as soon as you possibly can, get yourself really good motorcycle insurance that's going to cover everything, okay? Different insurance companies use the words comprehensive, full coverage, like it's their own thing. At the end of the day, what you want to do is get what's the bare minimum of what is required in your state, and then from there, go ahead and choose the next steps that you think is more appropriate for what you do. If you have a brand new bike, more than likely you got to get the cool, full, complete coverage, whatever your insurance company calls it. But anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So to be a little more efficient, your first bike might not be the one bike that you want. Now, it might be the bike that you've been waiting for and really wanting. Keep an eye on the Audi behind me. It might be the one that you're looking for. Let's say you're into sport bikes, you get yourself a CBR 300R, which, you can win anyways on my giveaway, but more on that as on the DDFM Crew website. Let's say you went and got that, but you're like, man, I really want to outgrow it. I really want to do this. I really want to do that after a couple months, maybe years. And you just realize, that's not your only bike that you could possibly get. Remember, bikes are used for the purpose that they are intended to. So let's go ahead and give some examples so you guys can understand where I'm coming from. When I first got a bike, my very first bike, first everything, was a brand new 2012 Harley Davidson Nightster, which is a Sportster model at the 1200 level, 1200 cc's, and I absolutely loved it. I changed it up, I moved it around, I made it a cafe, I made it a scrambler, did all these different things. And then finally, after years, I traded in for the beautiful Indian FTR 1200S. And guys, I've had a KLR 650 during that time. I have the Rebel 500, which is actually Nikki's bike. And then I got the CBR 300R as the beginner bike giveaway. And I'm starting to realize, you know what? Bikes are just tools for fun. So do not worry about getting a different bike from the first bike you get, okay? So don't be super duper attached, but at the same time, love the bike that you have, bond with it, do everything you need to do so you're a better rider. So when I first started riding, I started to, hear about, oh, well, the front brake is 70 to 80% of your stopping power. You should only use your front brake, blah, blah. And I actually started thinking about that, but subconsciously, I was actually using the rear brake. So at the end of the day, I still got what I needed to do. But I know a lot of people are out there like, well, if it's only, 20 to 30% rear brake power, the stopping power, why even use it? Well, here's the thing, it's gonna help you out, especially as a beginner with those slow speed maneuvers. So when you do counterbalancing stuff and you're all like zigzagging, doing U-turns, figure eights and all that stuff, you could do it without the rear brake at all. But the thing is, it can really help you out, especially with different types of bikes, okay? You can counterbalance some pretty easy bikes, like this one right here, mid controls, rear controls. Counterbalancing is pretty easy, but when you get those forward controls and you have your feet way up here, it's kind of hard to press those, the pegs and everything. Sorry, I gotta pay attention. We got a red light up here. Gonna go ahead and get in this lane and position myself so that I don't get hit. All right, it's a green arrow, but just because it's green does not mean go. Gonna still navigate this area with debris on the road. Looking for anybody turning left, going to look right, look left, get good body position, and aim for the one lane that I needed, and now we're gonna accelerate out of it. And wave to another biker. Nice helmet, dude. But anyways, the thing is, those will help out the slow speed maneuvers, the rear brake. So the thing is with that rear brake, it's really gonna help you out when it comes to your balancing out on the bike. So with those forward controls, if you can't apply too much counterweight, what you can do is apply a little bit of brake pressure and stay almost in line with the bike and still do a lot of direct steering to make it to where you can actually do those slow speed maneuvers. So don't negate and don't think like, the rear brake is no buenos. It really is. Side of the vehicle, double checking, make sure everything's good. Now back to yellow stage. But you definitely want to do that. You want to play around with that rear brake, try it out, and it does apply really well to cruisers. So once again, different bikes, different center of gravities, different rakes and trails and all those things. All right, we got somebody here. Going to go ahead and apply some progressive brake pressure, look around, going to position myself for success. And I think I was supposed to stop at that light or that white line, but whatever. All right, so we're gonna just jump into the next one. The next one is make sure you keep up with your tires, okay? Your tires are the only thing that really touches the ground outside of your feet, and we could talk about gear at some point. Make sure you get some good tread and make sure that they actually, stick to the ground and not slip and sliding when it comes to asphalt or anything like that. But anyways, keep up with your tires. So whenever you're about to go ride, just do a quick glance. Go to the front, go to the back, go back to the front. Go ahead and double check, make sure there's no damage to the sidewalls, make sure there's no damage to the actual tire, make sure there's no nails. Last thing you need is you're about to go on a 50-mile ride or whatever and you have a nail you never noticed and then it flies out at mile 20 and now you're kind of screwed. So that's what you want to do is you want to check for any damage. Also, another thing is keep up with your PSI, the pounds per square inch. Oh, geez, that was hard for me to say. And you want to keep up with that. Keep an eye on this Ford. Okay, good. You want to keep up on that because that is going to help you out so much when it comes to handling, braking, swerving, everything, because that is basically your shoes. It's like running around with flip-flops as fast as you possibly can, playing like soccer or something with flip-flops if you have underinflated tires. And then it's almost like running on a track with football cleats when it's overinflated. You want the right shoe, right everything for what you're going to be doing. So keep up with on the side right here, it's actually the pounds per square inch, the recommended PSI for your tires. So follow that. It's going to be on your stem. It's going to be next to your VIN and everything, or follow the owner's manual. That's going to really tell you what you need. And if you have tires that are different, mismatch, the thing is you're supposed to get the tires that fit the bike, not specialty tires that have completely different PSIs, okay? The bike is the bike is the bike, and you need to get the right shoes for the bike, okay? All right, we got a lot of people going in and out. I'm gonna get out of this right lane, position myself so that I have the best line of sight, best escape paths, and then also making sure that people can see me, okay? So space cushion right here is good. I like this guy here, like that guy there. I got some people behind me, but I can escape to the right or left if I had to. And one of the things that I want you guys to understand, I've been bringing these whole situational awareness things up, fundamental skills. That's part of being a smart rider, okay? So I'm wearing full gear also. I don't need to rescue anyone. Go ahead and present myself orange stage. Very good. And I'm teaching, mentoring you guys. But that's the thing, guys, get coaching, because what you don't know, okay? So that when you go out and get a class, you're going to start learning these new things. You're going to hear things that you've never heard before. They're like, aha, that makes sense. I can start applying that to my motorcycle riding. So go out and get coaching as soon as possible. In fact, before you even start riding, go take an MSF BRC1. They will provide you a motorcycle. You'll possibly be provided with gear. I don't know how it is right now with COVID, but more than likely you're going to get a helmet and gloves. All you have to do is wear long sleeve pants and decent boots, and you can actually play around on a motorcycle, a low CC bike with instruction, and decide after that, do I want to ride? Okay, making sure that this guy behind me is not going to be too much of a problem. I'm just going to switch right here so I have good line of sight once again, so he has good line of sight and he can make decisions. So go ahead and take that class, guys. Really, that's like your trial period. You know, you don't want to spend $5 grand on a bike when you could just get, you know, I think at most like $300 something for 2 days of instruction and riding around, and you get your endorsement. So that's actually really cool. You get your license. So guys, go out and get coaching, because like I said, what you don't know, you don't know. So those are some of the things that I wish I would have known. If you have any, please write in the comments about stuff that you wish you would have known. And trust me, these 5 are not the end-all be-all. These are just some of the things that are off the top of my head. And the thing is, I just want you guys to ride safe, be efficient with your riding, and understand that, you know what, this is a lifelong learning process. You use it or lose it. And coaching is probably one of the easiest things to do to get that continuing education. All right, guys?
What? Are they still in the garage? Are they still going? Guys, get back to class. What are you guys doing in here? Come on, let's go. What are you guys doing in here? Come on. So hopefully some of you guys got to see that live. It's hard to get reception on the GoPro and the Insta360 and be able to edit it all completely before posting it up and stuff. Anyways, guys, we're back in the class. Let's go ahead and get back to what we need to be doing. Get everybody out of the. They were following me, right? Yeah, get them back in class. Come on. All right, so let's go ahead and watch this next one and see if we can figure out any new things when it comes to, you know, what I wish I'd have known. You know, hopefully some of these people are using that rear brakes. Hopefully some of these people took classes and a few other things. But, you know, let's go ahead and double check. All right, wearing full gear, doesn't look like it. Whoa, here we go. All right, merging problem already. You can see it. Big DD, motorcycle dad, what? All right, so this whole situation right here, yeah, you know, it looks like we're in California. Let's see. So it looks like we're in California or something along the lines of this is an HOV lane, so motorcyclists, and then, you know, whatever the HOV laws are over there for you. But the thing is, that double white line, people aren't supposed to be going over it and all that stuff. But here's the thing. People do it all the time. And you as a car driver and you as a motorcycle rider probably have done it a couple times. So to get upset about somebody doing it to you, it shouldn't be the real thing, okay? You shouldn't be that upset. You should know how to mitigate that hazard, though. Okay, you can already see the blinker. So let's go ahead and go back just a little bit. So you can see the blinker right here on this vehicle. Okay, right there. You can see it going. So yeah, this person should not be going into our lane. You know, this person should not be doing this. But what can we do? Okay, when we're right here. So we have lane position 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this person's going to go and take all 3 lanes. That's what's going to happen because that's what a car does. The thing here is that we're in lane position 1, so we have pretty good space cushion for this area. So this is all our space cushion. Let's go ahead and use it a different color. So this is all our space cushion right here. And then maybe just a little bit right there. So that's all we have. That's not enough. At least it doesn't feel good for me. So as soon as I see like a blinker right there, as soon as I see anything of an indication that a car driver is going to take up a lot of my space cushion and all I have is now this much, that means I don't get to do very much, okay? So this right here is not, it's not going to make me comfortable because at some point they're going to take up all of it. So what I have to do is 2 things. I can either accelerate past and get ahead of the vehicle, or I can decelerate by rolling off the throttle and applying some brakes and allowing this person just to take the spot. That is just the reality of it. That is the plain reality of it. And that's what you guys need to realize is that we should not gun it. We're in lane, let's go back to that. Red, lane position 1, 2, and 3. We aren't supposed to just be like, okay, screw you. I'm going to accelerate out of my lane position and get over here and be like, what are you doing? And that's what we typically see with motorcycle riders and even car drivers. It's not going to help you out, especially as a motorcycle rider. And that's what we did. We put ourselves in that situation and said, get back. It's almost like a chihuahua getting mad with a dog on the other side of the fence getting close. That's what that is. But the thing is, there's no fence. So this dog, this car, could easily just gun it and get in front of you, and boom, you got knocked into the wall, and you're probably going to die or you're going to be severely injured. That's what that is, because we're going highway speeds, not a lot of gear, not a lot of everything, and that's going to be very dangerous for us as motorcycle riders, and it's why we need to wear full gear, be a smart rider, situational awareness, fundamental skills, acquire and use personal protective equipment, rescue other riders, teach and mentor others, and then also get rid of your ram mount and buy a rock form mount with code DanDan25, or just click the link. Honestly, you just click the link, and then it's automatically applied. Okay, I use it for my phone. I love it. Anyways, we can't be messing around with this. We cannot go in there and be like, no, you don't get my lane. We can't do that. We are on the bottom of the totem pole. Oh. Yeah, check your pants. Check your pants. That was a freaky one. All right, let's see what kind of happened before that. So we're going through the intersection. I can't tell the speed. Cannot tell the speed, but right now, let's just assume that it is good. Okay, his speed is good. So he's got a green light, and he's going to go through the intersection, and a left turner going out in front of him. Happens. That's the thing. What do we do? What do we do? So right here, he tried to apply the brakes. It slowed him down enough to possibly get that vehicle to move just a little bit. Let's say, 6 inches more by applying those brakes. He's able to get it to move, and that's what saved him. So right here, there's not much you could do other than swerve very far left. And the problem is if you swerve very far left, I'm going to tell you right now, you should. Definitely swerve left. But the thing is, when you swerve left, you're going this way. So you do have to correct yourself after the swerve. After you pass the hazard, you have to correct yourself and start going that way. So it's a sharp left, sharp right, almost immediately. You can't just accept it and be like, oh, I swerved far left, and then boom, you crash into this vehicle. So you have to do sharp left, sharp right. Okay, so make sure you guys do that if you're ever in that situation. So that's why when you practice your swerve, you're not just practicing, well, I'm just kind of going through the cones and zigzagging. It's a straight line weave. No, it's a sharp to the left, sharp to the right. It's a sharp to the right, sharp to the left. You need to get back into your lane position. It's not a turn. It's just navigating around an object. And then right here, if you feel like it, pull over, check your pants, man. Sorry, I was having to respond to something. Matt over here is sending me text messages of his coffee cup. Weirdo. All right, we're getting mad at this guy. Like, isn't this what you guys wanted? Isn't you wanted people to like really like love what you're doing? Stunting in public. I mean, that's kind of the reason why you're doing it, right? You know what I mean? I mean, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Has anybody done that? Is it comfy? Is it better than the seat that you paid for? I'm just wondering. Is it comfy? All right, so we're right here. Okay, we should stay right there, right? Nah, we're gonna go ahead and do this. We're gonna go ahead and do this. We're gonna cut him off, right? Isn't that what that is right there? I mean, look, we're in the same lane. We're in the same lane. We're right here. He is right here. Right? So we cut the driver off. All right. That's close though. That's close, and I could see why you're getting a little freaked out about it, but it doesn't feel like the safety was really a priority until now when you take my safety away. You know, I'm not gonna give you the room, Mr. Carr. I'm not gonna give you guys any room. I'm gonna cut you off. I'm gonna do all these things, and then the moment it happens back to me, I'm gonna get upset. I wouldn't have a problem with this. I wouldn't have a problem with this if he's like, hey, what are you doing, man? Hey, cool. Yeah, he's filming. I wouldn't have a problem if he was happy about this, but we just cut him off like a half a second to 2 seconds prior to this. So it's like, where's the attitude? Where's the behavior? What's the goal? Right? What's the goal? What are we doing here? I'm going to tell you what, when I go on a ride, it's for one or two things. One, I want to ride safely. That's first and foremost. And two, whatever the hell it is I'm trying to do that day. So number one, safety comes first. Number two, whatever it is that I'm going to do that day. Am I going to go film? Okay, safety comes first. Am I going to go get an errand? Safety comes first. Am I going to go to work? Safety comes first. Am I going to go ride for pleasure just to get out of the house, free the mind, listen to music? Safety comes first. So what's the goal here? I would like to know. Is it have a great time with some hooligan friends? Cool. Very good. Have a blast. Honestly, have a blast. But let's invoke some safety into it. Okay? Is this as much safety as you want in your group? And this, you guys accounted for some safety? That's great. That is perfectly fine. But the thing is, don't get pissed at other car drivers when you do the same thing to them. You can't. You can't get pissed. You're not allowed to at that point. You're not allowed to be pissed off at this car driver for getting too close when you just did it. Okay? You just can't. Just cut him off right there. How you just turned somebody away from enjoying the community that you're creating with your buddies. He was excited. You saw that, right? Dude's excited. The dude is extremely excited. Anonymous with a $2 donation. Thank you so much. The dude is excited. You just won. Like, you just got somebody on your side, dude. Very good. Very, very good. Why are we about to break his mirror? Come on, guys. Please don't be a part of that. Please don't do that. I think the reason why he punched the mirror was just because it's on camera. That's not what we should be doing, guys. That's not what we should be doing. The dude's having a good time. You just won him over. You know, it's like, isn't the biggest concern with this type of community is nobody likes us, and this guy likes us, and we're gonna freaking break his mirror? That's ridiculous. Oh, we saw this one.
No, I'm recording all of this, bro. I got this all on camera.
What are you gonna do? What happened? What happened?
I got you on camera, bro. Just move. It ain't worth it, dude.
Oh, he's blocking him? Okay. What happened there? Side of the vehicle, non-issue. Don't get pissed. Don't get pissed. Can't see. You can't see, man. Don't get pissed. Why are you getting so pissed? Why are you so mad? Bro, calm down. All right, right here. Guys, what do we see right here? Side of the vehicle. Okay, cool. Awesome. That means that person at some point wants to go left, right? Whether it's to go down this lane or it's to go into our lane. Either way, path of travel violation, right? So that car wants to do that. So they want to go this way. How much room do we have? We have from here to here. That much room. That is our space cushion. That is our space cushion. So we should be able to stop in that amount of time. We should be able to swerve in that amount of time. We should be able to make decisions in this amount of time and space. We should be able to do something right here. So how do we make it more efficient? Well, in order to make it more efficient, we need to go into orange stage. So orange stage, if you guys don't know what orange stage is, it's up in the classroom. Come on, guys. It's up in the classroom. It's up over there. You're specifically identified an interest or a threat. So you perceive the threat, and now you're ready to act, okay, whatever it is that you need to do. Okay, look around the room, guys. Come on, I'm giving you guys test questions, basically all the answers on the side of the room. Right here, so you should be able to stop in here, or you should be able to swerve, okay? I'm trying. So you should be able to stop or swerve in this area. Now, as soon as you see this vehicle right here, you should cover the brakes and do what he's doing right here, okay? He's getting ready to either downshift, or he's ready to squeeze everything, okay? So in orange stage, you should cover the brakes and get ready to swerve. That's basically what that is. So that right there, you have all this time to make a decision, stop or swerve or both, okay? But we should not be freaking out because all of a sudden this person came out in front of him. No, we should already understand that this is the possibility what's going to happen. Okay, great. So now we have total stopping distance from here and there. He's already squeezing his front brake, right? Not a big deal. We're doing a good job right here. Now, you don't have to stop completely in here. You don't have to. All you have to do is slow down. Just slow down. Just a little bit. And if you notice, he's only going 21, let's say, miles per hour. United Kingdom miles per hour. 21 miles per hour. You can stop within this total stopping distance in this area at 21 miles per hour. If he was going 41 miles per hour, it might have been more difficult. So that should tell you how important it is to go the speed limit, or how important it is to modulate your speed for the area present, okay, so for the condition. So if it's raining out, are you in downtown? Are you in areas where people can pull out? Is there a bunch of kids around? Is there a bunch of pedestrians? Slow it down so you have more time to react, okay? So right here, speed limit, or the speed is doing pretty good. He's doing pretty good. He has his hand over the brakes, starting to squeeze. This is his total stopping distance. And all he has to do is that, or you can swerve and get out of there if you needed to. But right now, with this speed, with this total stopping distance, I think stopping or slowing down would probably be the best bet. That way you stay within your lane. So that right there, look how he, you're going to see it. You see how he kind of jumped up? So he let go of the clutch a little bit too quick. That right there, he let go of the clutch a little too quick. So if you ever feel that, don't worry about it. Just keep going. It's pretty much done and over with the moment you do it. But watch. He lets go. Right there. So that tells me he's more of a new rider or he went into brown stage. That's what that was. He went into brown stage with a little bit of red. He had a ready brown stage. Oof, that's not good. So he did what he had to do. He applied the brakes, situationally aware, did all that stuff, but then immediately switched to, okay, I'm fine, but now I'm pissed, and then just kind of dumped it. Wasn't thinking. Okay. And then maybe the embarrassment of like, oops, I screwed up. You know, I let go of the clutch. This is embarrassing. So now I'm even more pissed. I'm more embarrassed. So ego starts playing into it. Okay, guys. It's not a good situation. It really isn't. Guys, click that join button. Become a member today. If you like what I do here on the channel, you like the show, go ahead and be a crew member. Come on, baby. All right. So right here, the moment we passed it, now it's like we're on camera and we're just like, oh, I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off. My biggest issue here is that this is lane position 1, 2, 3. So in lane position 2, which is where we're at, I'll go ahead and give these extra colors. So right here, and then we'll just do that. All right, so this lane position, all you can see is the back of this vehicle. Okay, this lane position, what you can see is around the vehicle. What you can see in this position is even more. So you can see that. That's why lane positioning is extremely important when it comes to vision. You need to position yourself for the best vision so you can see, and then focus on escape routes and space cushions. Vision, 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 vision is extremely important. You won't be able to see escape routes. You won't be able to do much within your space cushion if it's taken away from you if you can't see. So you need to be able to see. So what I would be doing is moving over from lane position 2 to lane position 3. That's where I would be. Now this space cushion, if this is all I got, if this right here, all the way up to here, geez, you can't even see that. It's black. All right, if this is all I got, I want to be able to see around these vehicles. I want to be able to see around the vehicles. That's what I want. So I want you guys to start moving positions if a vehicle takes some of your vision. If the vehicle moves super far left, maybe lane position 3 is the best. But lane position 1 right here, this lane position, is probably going to be the best because it allows you to have an escape path to the left, to the right, and then you can see everything. Okay? It's very important. Very, very, very important. All right, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Because look, you can't see anything. You can't see anything. Can't see anything. Can't see anything. Don't know. Don't know. Don't know. Ones if he slams his brakes, like you don't know. You can't see. And that's not good. Ooh. Rear brake, a lot of rear brake.
Mano, que isso? Jogou em cima. Porra. Caralho, dancei, hein? Você ia jogar pra cá? Pô, quase, hein? Se eu cair aqui, ó. Caraca. Machucou não, mas pô, o susto.
Oh man.
All right. If it's this busy, I don't even get gas. You cut in line, dude. Yeah. Different people have different ideas about what is in line and not. This I don't mind. This is like zipper merging. So you could do either or.
What's up?
You think I was just sitting there to burn gas?
Did I just see somebody burn gas?
No, you think I was sitting there to burn gas, or you think I was waiting on a pump?
No, I seen you behind this vehicle.
Serious?
Yeah. Are you asking to use the pump?
asked him to use it. No,
Yeah.
I was waiting on one of these pumps to clear
No,
up.
you were waiting for this pump. You were
Nobody's there,
behind.
right? see
You could have pulled up
nobody's
and
there,
asked me
right?
to use the pump, but you were behind this vehicle, man.
But you see nobody's in the car, right? You see nobody.
What do you guys think?
It's not my fault nobody's in the car.
Okay, go ahead. I understand
No, I'm
that.
saying he could have asked me to use the gas. I mean, he's behind his vehicle. Obviously, he's waiting for this one.
Right, go put your gas, man. Just saying.
Like, what the It's not that big of a deal. You could have asked me like a human being to use the pump. But no, you want to say, am I burning gas? Excuse you. You walking up on me, dude. Back up.
Not worth it.
You mad over a gas
That's a
pump,
punk.
bro? Grow up, dude. You're like twice my age, dude.
That was a punk move. That was a punk move.
Nice bags.
Appreciate it, bro.
My buddy used to have one.
Yep.
Ay, ay, ay. Ay, wind noise. Get a mic, Piper rider. Biker, you know, for me, here's the thing. When I see this and I'm pulling up, I'm going to tell you right now. We talk about situational awareness all the time, right? Well, situational awareness this. Okay? Look at this. Look at the situation here. We have a ton of people waiting in line. You don't think maybe getting to the front just because you're on a motorcycle is not going to cause a problem? Typically it wouldn't, but this is a huge line. Huge line. Just have some awareness on that. Read the room, basically. You know, double check and look. You know? This was all a non-issue. Yeah, it could have gone both ways. Like for me, I have no problem with the zipper merge. So a lot of people hate that. So what that is when there's a huge line because one lane is merging to the left. Let's say there's two lanes. One lane is merging to the left lane. Everybody gets in that left lane as soon as possible. But then you have a bunch of people going all the way to the end of the right lane and then kind of creeping in one at a time. That's called zipper merging, and it's actually better for congestion in traffic. But nobody likes it. Not here in the United States. Everybody's like, no, you get in line. So I understand that mentality, but I also understand that it's better for congestion. So I'll do either or if I feel like it. If it's a long line, I'll do it. If it's a short line, I'll just get in line. It's not a big deal. But right here, this looks like a long line at a gas station. So zipper merging into a spot is not going to be the nicest thing to do. It really isn't. But I could see both sides. Now, what I don't like with it is when they get out and they start having conversations and they start getting upset with each other. At that point, be like, all right, man, cool. Go ahead and take it. Go ahead. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to put my bike behind your thing. I'm going to go inside and get myself a drink. Or I'm just going to be like, hey, man, sorry about that, but I'm here. I'm going to go ahead and fill up and take off. Whatever it is. But the thing is to do all this crazy stuff to kind of escalate it. This is where verbal judo kicks in, where you know how to talk to somebody. But then this part right here is just, that's a punk move. This is a punk move right here.
Excuse you.
Both of them did that. Both of them knew. And it's just peacocking. Okay, we're not animals here. We don't need to have fancy feathers and fur puffing out and everything. We don't need to do that. We're human beings. Use your brain. You don't know. This is Arizona. Anybody can have a gun. Anybody can have a knife. Anybody could have anything. You can get shot. You can get stabbed. It's just not worth it at the end of the day for gas. 3 gallons in your Ninja, maybe. Come on.
You walking up on me, dude. Back up.
But you do what you guys do what you want to do, honestly. Stay safe. That's all I care about.
Mad over a gas pump, bro. Grow up, dude. You're like twice my age, dude.
I've seen 82 Tony PR. I've seen some crazy people. Like legit people that look normal and then snaps. The thing is, there's a lot of I don't want to say crazy, but there's a lot of people out there that really have no respect for the social contract, which is basically don't hurt each other. A lot of people don't care about that. And the thing is, they only care because they have to. So if you give them a reason not to and actually express their true feelings, typically what that means is getting your ass kicked. A lot of people fake being nice, and there's a lot of people that have to fake being mean. And I've seen a lot more people out there that fake being mean So it's actually, you know, a good thing. Most people are nice, but there's a few people out there that fake being nice because they have to. They don't want the consequences of going to jail and stuff. So if you give them a reason not to, yeah, you see what I mean?
Yep.
It's loud. Ay, ay, ay. He's going fast. Side of the vehicle, side of the vehicle. He's hauling ass. Good U-turn. Dude was hauling ass, though. Look at the speed. Okay, real quick. I want you to look at the speed of when he turns around and he's catching up to the vehicles. Get a sense of how fast he's going. Get a sense. So you could see the lines, you could see the trees moving, okay? So get a sense of the speed he's doing here, because more than likely these vehicles are going the speed limit. So it's going to feel really slow. And then we're going to go to the beginning where it feels like things are hauling ass. And then you can kind of start getting an understanding of, oh, he was speeding like really fast at the beginning. And then from there, we can go over some factors. But take a look. I want you guys to see this. Yeah, you got some error. Yeah, Max. Exactly. I want you to take a look right here. Now, of course, everyone's going to slow down just a little bit. But take a look and see for the general feel of how fast we're going. So right here, slowing down. Now get a feel. Get a feel. Get a feel. Look around. See how fast we're going. We might be slowing down a little bit. Not a big deal. But look at. Get a feel. Get a feel. How fast are we going? All right. All right. Okay, we're speeding up, but get a feel. Not a big deal. So now let's go to the beginning. Now let's go to the beginning, and with that feeling, see the difference.
Buddy used to have one.
Yep.
Much faster right now, huh? Much faster. So you don't have to see the speedometer to know if they're going faster than the speed of the other vehicles, especially in this video. This video, we have two perspectives, basically, when he does the U-turn and he's going the same speed as the cars, and then this right here. And what you could do is literally just get a feel for how the camera and how lines are moving fast, how things are moving fast. You get that feel for it. So we know that this guy's hauling ass. It's an open lane. He's just going fast as what he wants, you know, whatever. And here's the thing. When a car pulls out, they're not going to see you, man. You're hauling ass. You're supposed to be going the speed limit. So that is what people assume and what people think of when a vehicle is coming at them. They're going the speed limit. A lot of times you look and it's like, oh, it looks like they're going the speed limit. I'm going to look another, and I look again, I'm like, oh shit, he's going really fast. That typically happens too, and that's a very scary feeling. And the problem I see with a lot of car drivers is a lot of motorcyclists do that so they can't understand. They already have inattentional blindness. They already have motion-induced blindness when it comes to driving, and they're not looking for us because they don't even ride a motorcycle, so they're only looking for other cars. So now you just made it even worse for this driver to see you and make an actual good decision. So that's going to be the biggest problem when it comes to this situation. So let's move forward just a little bit more. All right, so here's the side of the vehicle. It's very hard to see. All right, so we have the 940 is blocking it, but there's the side of the vehicle. That's the moment we see it. So that means our total stopping distance basically starts from here to here. Okay, so this is our total stopping distance, basically. Now, within this distance, we need to be able to make choices. We need to be able to apply the brakes and stop or slow down, which is just decelerate, or swerve. So we talk about it all the time. So stopping or swerving. Stop or swerve in this decision or in this area. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? The only way you're going to figure that out is if you're out riding, if you're paying attention, if you know how to swerve, you know how to emergency brake, all these different things. You know how to look for escape paths. It's not just about swerving and stopping, because what are you swerving into? So you have to constantly be looking. You have to constantly be paying attention. And this right here, this guy's not really paying attention because guess what? He just wants to haul ass in a straight line. So when you see him actually do his supposed to be red stage maneuver, but it looks like he goes into brown stage, you see him squirrely a little bit, and then you see him trying to move from this lane position. So he's in, let's just do lane 1, 2, and 3. He's like right here, lane position 1.2 or 1.5 to 2. And you'll see him when he swerves, he starts to do this. He starts to zigzag, and he's just going straight until he slows down, and then he does this, and then he does a U-turn. Okay, so he zigzags with his swerve. What that means is that he's applying a lot of front or rear brake. I can't see his hands, but he's panicking. You hear him say, whoa, 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 and he just kind of he points his nose towards the center. It's not a swerve. It's almost like he's like, oh, crap. It's because he's tight up top. So this was a panic. This was a complete panic. He just got very lucky. And that right there is going to put you in a very upset mode. Your adrenaline got kicked in. You know, your fight or flights, everything kicked in. So he wanted to go fight. So he did a U-turn, and he wanted them to know what happened. So this whole thing stemmed from what? Class, what did it all stem from? I want to know. Make sure you guys hit that like button to sign in. What did this whole situation start off with? Name some factors, guys. This whole situation. You can even name off some weird ones. Yeah, I'll just name off one. We got sun in our eyes. Our eyes. Okay, so what's some factors, guys? We got one new crew member today. We got some people actually sign up for the gear giveaway. If you did sign up for the, or not gear giveaway, I am sorry, the motorcycle giveaway. If you sign up for the motorcycle giveaway, double check your email, because you should be getting a link to my beginner guide for free. So can't wait. Can't wait. I'm pretty sure those BMWs don't come with blinkers. I see it in the US too. Also from City. They should have blinkers, at least to be roadworthy. Proper preparation prevents piss poor performance. I love it, Critter. I love it. Ego, baby. Ego and speeding. So ego is directing him to want to speed, and then speeding is the external physical act of his ego, basically. Yeah. So speeding, if we just reduce that, we're in a pretty good spot. If we reduce and humble ourselves a little bit with improper ego and pride, and just be like, okay, I understand that I'm the lowest on the totem pole when it comes to riding on the road, then you'll have a better time. Okay. So too much speed. So reduce your speed and humble yourself. And a lot of these problems, all these scenarios that we're having to come up with, how to do this, how to swerve, you got to stop a total stopping distance, all that stuff. We can almost negate that. It's still good to know. You definitely need to know it just in case something bad happens. But the thing is, if you just reduce your speed, you probably reduce this whole situation. It's as simple as that. So if you're a brand new rider, you're absolutely 100% new to this, just realize, go the speed limit. That's what people are expecting you to do. It's not, don't think that you need to do the speed limit because, I'm going to get a ticket if I don't. No, think of it this way. Because that right there is the legal consequence. So don't think about how you ride or drive based off of legalities. I don't care about that. What I want you to do is ride and drive with safety. As long as safety is in mind. So do the speed limit because other people expect you to do the speed limit. Other people expect you to do the speed limit, so you should do the speed limit because they are making decisions based off of the fact the speed limit is the speed limit. So when they see somebody coming at them when they're pulling out, they expect that person to do the speed limit, and they made a conscious choice that they could fit and manage merging or whatever it is they want to do with that speed limit in mind. They also expect you to apply the brakes. They also expect you to do anything you need to do not to hit them. A lot of people choose to do it in the wrong times. They're really bad at judgment. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, just do the speed limit. Okay? You can't solve the problem for everything. At least mitigate the stuff you can control, which is doing the speed limit. Okay? Yeah, Balón de Gas. Yeah, UMAZ Dan, baby. Yep, that's me.
Yeah.
Do the speed limit. Do the speed limit. Of course you do, speed limit challenger. That panic. see how he stared at it? He stared at the car. Target fixated.
¡No voltearon!
Cabler. Laying some cables, mate. In Australia, laying some cable. We're taking man.
Why do you think? Why do you think? Why do you think that taxi switched lanes right in front of us?
In Australia, laying some cable. We're taking
So right here, we're in this lane. It's moving. The taxi lane isn't. So we're gonna move into the lane that's moving. So if you know that because you do it all the time, understand that other people are gonna want to do that in front of you.
man.
We just accelerated into that situation. We accelerated into being sideswiped. Apply the brakes right here. Decelerate, switch back into the left lane, accelerate past. You know, whatever it is you want to do. But the thing is, we're going into his initial purpose, his path of travel. He's going this way. So what can we do? We just decelerate, like I said, or go back in that lane and go. Why are we deciding to just do this? Why are we doing that? We're impatient. Ego. Guys, we're fighting for lanes that we should not be fighting for. You guys are going to get yourself killed if you keep doing this.
Come on, man.
Just real quick. Take a look at this lane. Right here. This whole lane. Okay? It is packed. It is packed. If I was a driver in that lane, I'd want to come out. That right there is something that should put you into orange stage. All these people lined up and your lane is moving. You should be prepped and ready to swerve or brake. And you should probably go a little bit slower. Entitlement. Entitlement. You can't go. Don't worry about it. Dude's going like 90 to 100 kilometers an hour. It's supposed to be 70 in this area. Dude, very impatient. Very impatient. The dude's probably going 70 and you're going 90, so that's why he feels slow. So right now he's going into the triple digits on his... I can't tell exactly what his speedo says, but he's in the triple digits now, so he's definitely not going 70. right, let's go ahead and increase the volume for you guys. Oof. Can't hear you. All right, so let's take a look at, once again, the flow of traffic. Okay, this is in Dallas, Texas. We're going 98 miles per hour right now. So I'm not looking at this part. What I do is when I do an after action review is I watch the video a few times, and then I find some things that I really wanted to pick out and point out. So this is for those Smart Rider crew members out there. So if you're wanting to get some homework and teach yourself just a little bit, is whenever you watch these videos, don't go for the thing that's obvious. Go for everything else, because we talk about factors all the time. We talk about speed is one of the main drivers of motorcycle crashes. So speed is a big problem. So what I like to do is I like to just see what's happening here, especially if we have other variables like the other cars. So watch how fast this motorcyclist catches up to these vehicles. Okay, I want you guys to see how fast he catches up to those vehicles. For this next part, don't look at this vehicle. Okay, so this is for crew members, especially those veteran crew members. You should know this. Okay, rookies, pay attention. So pay attention to the vehicles in the right lane. See how fast we're catching up to them. Ignore everything here. Look it to the right. Look to the right. Just look to the right. Look to the right. Look how fast we're catching and passing these vehicles. Look how fast we're passing those vehicles. Are we going the speed limit? No, we're not. So I said already, I don't care about the legalities of it, but you guys should. I mean, I definitely do the speed limit because of legalities, but I do it mainly because of safety. You know, it's just a win-win at that point. So when you see something like this, you have to realize that they're going really, really, really fast. Okay, so pay attention to that. So he's going to get up in this guy's lane, and if you just look at this right here, you see that we have a huge open lane. Our lane is open, okay? There you go, open. This lane is not open, okay? There's a car right there. So what's going to happen is this Challenger is probably going to want to come out into our lane. That is a possibility. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. We're doing an after-action review, so we can actually look at some of this stuff, but it doesn't mean it's actually going to happen. But the thing is, you got to prepare for it. So when you see something like this, your best option is to get out of this lane position. Okay, so when I talk about, remember, your best lane position is for safety. So you need to have the best vision, best space cushion, and escape paths. So right now we have amazing vision. We can see everything. Very good. That problem is solved. Okay, great. What's the next thing? Space cushion. Okay, well, if I continue traveling in this lane, I'm going to be this close to this person. Okay, I'm going to be that close. I'm going to be that close to this person. If I just switch lanes and I'm right here now in lane position 2, I just extended my space cushion. I still have great vision. I still have a good escape path. I can go right, but I'm even closer to the right now. So if I had to, I can swerve to the right easier. Okay, well, when I'm coming up and getting closer and closer to this vehicle, I might actually switch over to lane position 3, because now I get this huge area of a space cushion, and then all I have to do in case something happens is just bloop, move lanes. One lane position moved. So coming up to this area, I'm riding, I see a vehicle on my left up ahead. I'm riding, okay, so then I'm just going to go ahead and do this. That's it. And then after I pass the vehicle, get back in my lane. Position yourself for safety, guys. Position yourself for safety. Okay, look for and locate hazards. Adapt to those hazards. All you have to do is just move over just a little bit, then move back once you pass that space cushion threat. And then if he comes out in your lane, navigate that threat. Okay, plan, P-L-A-N. Position yourself for safety, locate for hazards. There, I was gonna say locate and look, but locate. Let's start over. All right, let's start over. All right, get back. All right, one sec. All right, guys. So welcome. This is DanDanTheFireman. No, so plan your trip, guys. So position yourself for safety. So get yourself into a position that will hopefully give you the best space cushion, vision, everything. You need to locate hazards like this. Okay, that's a potential hazard right there. And then you just adapt to it. If it starts to creep out, or you just kind of move it. So adapt to it. Maybe positioning, all it does is take you out of that hazardous situation. But if they do come out at you, and navigate. So plan your trip, guys. Plan it. It's very important. He does it right here. You see that? You saw how he moved lanes? So you do it instinctively. But the thing is, remove some speed, swerve if you have to. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. As soon as you see this, what can you do? Well, now that we caught up to this guy, right? We caught up to them because we're going fast. Okay, so we don't have that space cushion anymore. So all we can do is decelerate or try to get out of there and accelerate. We can't swerve right because we're hauling ass and we're already caught up. And that's the biggest problem here. If you're hauling ass into a bad situation, you put yourself there. Oh, look, he almost swerves into them. 108 miles an hour. See, now they're going 64. So originally they were going 100, and now they're going 64. Looks like they're going the speed limit. Look at all the other cars. I get it. Going in between traffic, doing all that stuff is fun. You're froggering it, basically, though. You know, in Frogger, how do you lose? You get ran over. Well, then what are we doing Frogger on motorcycles for? If how we lose is by dying, you know? Like, for me, when I ride, what I want to lose is fuel. That's it. And go fill it back up. Yeah, exactly, Dave. Now he just wants to talk to him. It's like, come on. Side of the vehicle, same. Just let him in. Let him in. Ay, come on, dude. Let him in. Just let him in. Ay, ay, ay. Whoa, thank you. Crew, let's go to the lounge real quick. Crew, come on. A lot of these problems you started to see, crew members, you know, everyone's hanging out in the class. Don't worry about it. What you tend to see on these motorcycle close calls and crashes is speed, ego, and then basically that's it. Speed and ego, because ego is going to fill in the whole point of I'm fighting for my spot. Speed is too much speed is going to put you in those spots. It's going to reduce your reaction time, and it puts you in a heightened state of the adrenaline, fight or flight, which now plays into your ego. So if you're a brand new rider and you're trying to think to yourself, you know, I keep seeing all these close calls, I keep seeing all these crashes, everyone keeps getting hurt, why am I even riding? I don't even want to ride anymore. I get it. I get it, guys. I really do. But the thing is, if you just remove too much speed and your ego, it's not that big of a deal, right? Plus, you guys, you have to remember you're watching compilations, okay? Compilations of what people perceive as a bad day, okay? So that's what you're seeing. If you just watched me riding around for, you know, at least 10 minutes and you didn't see me getting upset, you didn't see me cussing anybody out. I did get pulled over, or not pulled over. I got cut off. There you go. Jeez, I didn't get pulled over. You guys saw that. You saw it, right? And it was like an easy day. easy days. So that's the typical riding. Okay, that's the typical riding. Don't be too turned off. Don't be too worried about, you know, these close calls and stuff. But guys, if you like what we're doing here, just hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Become a member. You know, you might want to. The best damn online motorcycle community in the world. That's what we're building. We're building smart riders, and we're going to have a massive community that is going to help share that. Okay, smart, situationally aware, basically seek out and recognize hazards, maintain your fundamental skills, acquire personal protective equipment and use it, rescue other riders with medical training, which guys, we're going to be coming up pretty damn soon. And then also teaching and mentoring other riders. So I love seeing everybody in the chat with those mustaches and beards, the green names, helping out these new people coming into the firehouse for the first time. But guys, we're going to get back into class. We're going to go ahead and talk a little bit more about close calls and crashes. And I'll see you there. All right, come on, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get in there. Yeah. So guys, we're gonna go over some more of this stuff. I don't need to buy anything from them. Oh, I thought I had another video up. It looks like we will just, you know, what's 99 Lives doing? What's 99 Lives? I like his stuff. What's 99 Lives doing? Damn, 81,000 subscribers just yesterday. It was like 7,500 or 75,000. Very good, man. All right, I think we've seen a lot of these ones. Let's get into it. All right, we're gonna start that back. I'm used to their intro. I'm used to the crazy. Oh, there it is. You guys ready for the cool, fun intro? Let's do it.
Hey, hey!
We've seen some of these. Ooh, that's close. That was close.
Hey, hey!
So let's go back just a little bit. I see William Travis on here all the time. What you doing on there, man? So this one right here. Okay, what's the biggest problem that we have for us? Okay, we talked about being a smart rider. We talked about having what for lane positioning. Why are we in this lane? Well, we're lane filtering. Not a big deal, okay? But what is one of the big problems with this whole scenario? This is pretty much all you can see right here. So you have a line of sight problem when it comes to having anything on this side of the road. You can't see behind this vehicle. The yellow is basically all you can see when it comes to what's ahead. That's pretty much all you can do. All right, so we'll just do all of that. Yellow is what you can see. You can't see anything around this vehicle. Okay, so that's a line of sight problem. This is the exact situation that's a line of sight problem. So when you have that and you're wondering why people are stopped when everyone else is still going forward, maybe there's something inside there, like a path of travel. You know, maybe there's a debris. We don't know. I mean, we can kind of put two and two together and be like, oh man, there's pedestrians should be up here on the crosswalk, right? Pedestrians should be on the crosswalk. Well, I don't trust that. Come on, guys. You know better. You can't trust that. You can't be like, these people are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Never assume. Ever, 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 ever. See, it's like, why is this guy stopped? This whole time? That's that uncommon thing in a common situation. These things should be popping out at you. They definitely should. So why is he doing it? Why is he stopped? Why is everybody stopped? What's going on? Why did they do that? It's easy, guys. There's something in the way. Vehicles don't just stop on the road, especially work vehicles, especially, you know, when people are on the road, they don't want to stop. The road is not designed for just stopping and hanging out. Okay? What we need to do here is pay attention to that. If people are stopped, you're not supposed to just run past them. Okay? And I don't think you're allowed to ride in this lane either, sus. Area code with an $8 donation. You made it exactly $17.50. Thank you so much, guys. We are raising money for charity, by the way. We are raising money for charity. It's for foster children in Arizona. Let's take a quick look. Look at the reaction time. So look at his hand over there. Look at his hand over there. So we have perception right here. Perception. Reaction. Now we have braking distance. So the moment we stop is the moment we have total stopping distance, but we're not stopping. So what we have here is, this is how much room we have for braking distance. What's the better option? What's the better option when it comes to your emergency move in this situation? It's a swerve. Now, thankfully, we don't need to swerve too much. He actually didn't even really swerve. He just kind of went like this. Kind of did that. And that's all you have to do. A lot of times, that's all you have to do.
What the side doing?
Hey, hey! Hey, hey!
Person wasn't paying attention.
What are you doing? See that? It's like a racetrack. My camera's working. I caught it on camera, yes. It's crazy.
Line of sight problem. Yeah, so this guy's gonna back up. I think I saw it in the promo, but I can tell he's gonna back up because of this vehicle right here. They're gonna make a really sharp turn, and it's gonna freak out this guy. That's a problem. How do we solve it? How do we solve that problem? Why are we stopping right here? Why are we stopping right here? Get yourself off to the sides, just in case they back up. This side right here to the right would probably be the better side, because you notice how his tire's right here and his tire's right here, and here's the line versus here's the line. So you actually have more space cushion or more space to work with on the right side. Uncommon thing. Good job. Did a good job. Move on. Move on.
No meio não ficas.
Até não estou a dar pisca.
Estás a dar pisca e tens prioridade.
Shut up. Just shut up. I said it. Just shut up and go. Just shut up. Please. I mean, the dude had to edit this video, and you're gonna see what I mean. He says even stay or go, and yet he stays to argue with this guy. You literally just said stay or go, and you're gonna stay in the intersection. Either stop or go, don't stay in the way. What are we doing in the middle of the road then? Huh? Huh? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing over here? What are we doing? Get over here. You need to get out of here. Come on now. Like, what are we doing?
Ou paras ou vais. No meio não ficas.
Até não estou a dar pisca.
Estás a dar pisca e tens prioridade para passar, por acaso. Obrigaste-me a travar ali como o c****.
Está verde.
Obrigaste-me a travar como o c****, para não encontrar ti, meu c****. Tem cuidado. Tens de começar bem o ano.
Yeah, we saw a lot of these. I just like the way he does it. You got to update that. You got almost 100,000. That's right. Oh, what is that guy doing? You can get tetanus. Gotta watch out for that. Oh, did that dude just throw trash on people? Whoa. Fool, why are you getting all mad? Yeah, you gotta watch out for that kind of stuff. Oh, they're doing it all over. Probably get arrested. All right, we're keeping an eye on that. Oh, why do you think we did that? Why? He did what he had to do, though. So that right there, why do you think this car, this SUV switched lanes? It's because the blue car is going slower than we were. So this blue car is going slow. We just want to switch lanes. All right, I think that's how you draw an arrow. And that's what it is. So look at, big open area. To this person, it's a big open area. This vehicle right here is going too slow. We're going to switch lanes into the big open area. Should they do that? Nope. Should they do that? Nope. So when you see that, his reaction was to kind of move out of the way, but there's no escape path. So the planning on this was not the best. He tried to swerve left, but there's no escape path. So this is why you need to have your escape paths already done, so you know where to go when something does happen. So what we could do here is exactly what he's doing. Jeez. Come on, draw. He's applying some brake pressure because that's going to make him decelerate, which is hopefully going to allow this vehicle to move. Look at all these arrows. So decelerate so this vehicle can get in because he's going to do it anyways. Now, if he doesn't do it, if the vehicle doesn't do it, his horn kind of stopped him, but you know, maybe this person will actually finally see and then move back in their lane. But either way, you got to get out of there. You have to do something. So right there, this is what I'm talking about. You just have to do something. Now we're behind the vehicle. We're not going to get hit. We can ride this line, but we need to start moving towards it, inside because now we have a new hazard right here, possible intersection. We have all these different things. The main concern is your safety. Do not worry about having to keep up with your other rider. That's not what we're supposed to be doing here. We're riding our own ride, right? So reduce our speed, get behind the vehicle. If he moves back in their side in his vehicle or his lane, not a big deal, but he's probably going to want to continue because this vehicle is going really, really slow. Either way, decelerate. Okay, that's all you had to do. Now, in this situation, so he's actually honking the horn, looking, and then maybe even rev bombing. So what you could do is accelerate in past the vehicle. Now, that's another option, but that also brings some problems. What happens if your riding buddy decides to switch to the far left lane and you just ran into him? Okay, that's not a good thing. Or if that person decided not to even move, you get right next to them, cause them to panic, maybe dump the bike because they applied a ton of brake pressure. So there's a lot of pros. There's also a lot of cons with accelerating through here. So one of my default things to do is just roll off the throttle, apply some brake pressure, decelerate. We already know that people behind us can see us. They're supposed to be paying attention to us. So hopefully they're going to go ahead and modulate their speed and while we get back into our old position. That right there is what I'd be doing. Roll off the throttle and position yourself has solved so many problems compared to just hauling ass through things.
Careful, bud.
Okay, so what's gonna happen? Well, I need to see. Okay, this is what I'm gonna guess. I haven't seen this yet. So he just asked, guess what's gonna happen? I'm gonna guess what's gonna happen. I'm gonna guess this vehicle is gonna switch lanes, cut off this driver. He might switch lanes because he cut him off, which is gonna make us get all messed up. So the biggest thing here is I think that this driver right here is gonna switch lanes because the driver in front of him is going too slow. It's the same situation. I think this is going to be a wake-up call for this SUV driver, and then the motorcyclist is watching it happen. This is what I like doing. As a motorcyclist, I'm sitting back here watching all the dum-dums do stuff. That's what I do. when I ride. That's what I do. I don't put myself in it. I watch it happen.
The lady's not backing off either.
Let's see. Right? Did I get it? I swear I did not see this. I swear I did not see this ahead of time. I swear. It's exactly what happened. All right.
Careful, buddy. The lady's not backing off either. Jesus.
His situational awareness saved his life. A lot of people would not have done that. A lot of people, as motorcycle riders, would have accelerated up in here to prevent this vehicle from merging. That right there. So the fact that he saw it happen, and here's that line of safety basically, because if this vehicle right here swerved left, this line will indicate where they're going to be actually at. Okay. So the fact that we are back here and we have this space cushion, it's almost like we're riding staggered, right? We're riding staggered. So that's what we're doing here. We're out of the blind spot. We're out of the area basically altogether. So if this dude did swerve, we wouldn't be hit. That is exactly how I want you guys to ride. Constantly put yourself in a position for safety.
The lady's not backing off either.
There it is. Look at that. Driver didn't even cross the line yet, and he's already reaching for those brakes. It's because he was aware, 100% aware of what was going on, because you sat back and you were watching what was happening. The best way I can describe this situation right here, for those of you that have never ridden or been driving yet, is that if you've gone to a restaurant, have you guys gone to a restaurant yet? At some point in your life, you sit down, you get your menu, you're looking around the restaurant, and you're starting to see, the hostess, bringing more people. You see the waiters, bringing food. You see people chatting. You can almost hear people's conversations. You're just kind of observing, people watching, right? You're just observing. You're learning everything about what's happening. You start looking around. There's an exit there. There's an exit there. That's a frangible bulb fire sprinkler. Where's the fire riser? Where's all these different exits? So that's the kitchen over there. You start doing all those things, and then the moment the waiter shows up, you're like, oh, hi. And you forget everything. You can't pay attention to anything else. You're looking at the waiter. You're giving your menu or your items that you want to eat or whatever it is, drink. And you all of a sudden went from knowing everything in the restaurant to right to only one thing. And that's what happens when you put yourself in a situation. That's what happens when you add yourself to what is going on. If you can sit back and just watch, you can see things happen before they even happen. And so when I'm riding my motorcycle, that's what I'm doing. I am riding and I'm sitting back. I let people, you guys watched the video earlier. I sit back and I just watch. I watch people do things. And it still gets me from point A to point B. I still get there. Maybe it adds 30 seconds to my commute. Maybe a minute. Let's give myself a minute. But I get to see everything. I'm not involved with any cars. I'm not involved with anybody else. If somebody else wants to my lane position and they want my space cushion like this right here, go ahead and have it. I'm going to go ahead and scoot back. And I'm going to watch. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't do anything to me because I'm still getting where I need to go. But I get to see everything. I want you guys to do that too. So let's go to my office real quick. a long run. Rookies, crisscross applesauce up front. I want everybody, veteran crews, legends can sit in the chairs. No one touch my helmet. Plus, it stinks. I need to clean everything. So, the thing is, let's go ahead and take this off. The thing is, I want you guys to sit back. I want you to be smart riders. Situation awareness is going to be the biggest thing. It's going to buy you a lot of time. Okay, so you're going to be sitting back watching all these dum-dums happening. And the fact that you're watching things happen, that's situational awareness. And now, are you able to locate specific hazards to you as a motorcyclist? That's where some training kicks in. So having to know what the side of the vehicle is, having to know what the tires do when they cross the line, having to see the pattern of a long line and your lane is moving. All these different things are situations that could be a problem for you. So the easiest way to figure out and find those things is that, you know, whenever you're in a situation, let's say you're in a long line and there's an open lane and you have this urge to switch lanes to the lane that's not, you know, the lane that's moving, well, you're not unique. They're doing it too. They're thinking about it. So when you're in that open lane and you see a long line of people, you're thinking to yourself, if I was there, I would switch lanes. With that in mind, understand that somebody's going to probably do that. So be very careful. Same thing when you see the side of the vehicle. If you're ever in that position where you're wanting to pull out and you want to see the side, mods can sit. You can sit on the desk, but you can't take up any of the space for the live part. The thing is, I lost track. Shit. This is why I don't read the chat too much. I get distracted. But the thing is, you gotta, if you're waiting to pull out of, let's say, a gas station or stuff like that, and you're kind of just sitting there, like looking left and right, sitting there, and you're like, I'm just gonna gun it because I've been sitting here for 30 seconds. It feels like 10 minutes. So you gun it and you go for a small gap that you feel like you can make it, but you probably put somebody in a bad spot. So when you're traveling, you see the side of the vehicle, assume somebody's going to be in that same position. Who knows? They've probably been sitting there for 30 seconds and they're sick and tired of it. So you start to see, oh, all these people do the same things that I probably would have done, or at least they're thinking the same things I'm thinking of. So why are we getting pissed off at them? You know, why are we getting mad at people that switch lanes or pull out in front of us and all these different things? I get it, because you know, you could get hurt, seriously hurt, or die, or maybe you've lost friends. But the thing is, we already think about that kind of stuff when we're in their position. Like, we're waiting, we're impatient. You know, that's why I say be a smart rider. Because now that we understand that, we're not just going through the emotions and being like, well, I'm impatient, I'm going to gun it. No, you could be like, I have the emotion of I'm impatient right now and I want to gun it, but safety comes first whenever I ride or drive or do anything. Safety comes first. I'm impatient. I'm going to become patient because it's going to make me safer. That is training. You just trained yourself. The moment you decide I'm not going to do this because it goes against my safety principle, and you choose not to do it because it's unsafe, you just practiced situational awareness. You just practiced being safe. And the more you do that, the better you're going to get at it. And before you know it, you don't even think about safety as number one because it's just a given. It's just a given. And that's where I'm at right now. So when it comes to situational awareness and doing motovlogs and doing all these different things, the thing is, I don't even think about it. I don't even think about sides of the vehicles, orange, red, brown, all those stages. I just instinctively do them now because I've practiced. John, what, man? What happened? So next time you guys go out riding this week, when you're going out riding, please practice your situational awareness. Please practice. Don't feel like just because nothing happens to you that you're not doing a good job and you're just getting lucky. Maybe nothing's happening to you because your situational awareness and your positioning of safety has become subconscious to where you don't even notice it anymore. Okay, guys? With that said, I hope you guys ride safe, be safe. We have videos all week. I will be back here for a free class with Riding Smart with DanDanTheFireman episode 2 on Friday, and I'll be seeing you then. Okay, guys? With that said, though, go to the Discord. Have fun on the Discord. It is absolutely 100% free. I'll see you there. This is the Crew Lounge. I'll be seeing you guys there. If you guys like what we do, become a member today. It's $2 a month, and it helps out the channel so much.